A little bit about Inferium and tiering up Inferium. There's a number of different levels of Inferium. The higher level stuff lets you craft higher level items. Let's keep an eye on the students here. Keep an eye out for any troublemakers. She is rocking out. Look at her go. She got a cassette tape. You know what? I actually had a cassette tape just like that. Actually, it might have been a little bit more yellow than gray, but that looks very, very familiar. What's your name? Patricia Manny. Very nice. Nobody said anything about bringing my own lunch.
Okay, then we have an emergency lunch prepared for such an occasion. Lunch. And yeah, just so yeah, there you go. That's your snack.
That's my snack.
Yep. Make sure you wash it before you eat it.
Where can I wash it?
In the toilets. Trust me, they're clean. We just had them re-watered.
You re-watered? You re-watered the toilets?
Yeah.
Where is this toilet that I might wash my fruit in?
Follow me.
I think I found reason 2 why there are no other students in this school. Alright, so it's gonna cut. Don't have anything I can boil. Can I boil a bug? No. Come on. There we go. Oh, do I have to do it each and every time? I thought it would be automatic like the lumber station. Oh, hello Walter. No, this food's not for you. I'm sorry. I do need some wood. Oh, come on. Come on, one of you two disappear. Like, oh my goodness. I wonder if breaking... Oh, okay. I was going to say, I wonder if breaking 2 blocks at a time messes that up, but obviously it does not. Oh, there's a chicken. You belong in my other series. You don't belong in this one, chicken. And the Ferris Rotnot, which is the big
Rotnot.
Furious. I know it's not furious. It's furious.
It's furious.
It's not furious.
Furious.
It's spelled differently.
Furious.
No, it's Ferris.
No,
it has to do with iron.
It's furious.
All right, put a comment below. Let us know what you think it should be pronounced. But it's supposed to be pronounced furious. We're going to finish off that collection. Oh, waiting for the player.
How do you're waiting for me?
Why? I'm sure we didn't have to do that before. It says you got to come with me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm sure we split up before. Unless there's like a cutscene or something we got to go to, but... Oh! It's the Egg Festival today!
Oh, I remember seeing a blurb.
You missed watering that one right there.
Huh?
Oh, no you didn't. It just doesn't look like it's watered.
Ha.
Oh! Uh-oh. Hey guys! Wow. It is... Wow. Okay, let's... we'll head back. Don't follow me. You don't need to come into my chicken world. Hey everyone's Jackel Wolf, back with some Final Fantasy gameplay. Having a lot of fun today. Today's been a little exciting. Managed to get 200 subscribers. Hey Sweeney, how are you doing? Thank you. Oh, hey, how's it going, Sweeney? Hopefully is it Sprl? Is she doing okay? I know she was sick. I guess yesterday or the day before. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was just yesterday that you took her into the hospital. Hopefully it's nothing serious. And again, I just jumped into conclusions there, but let's get that off my face a touch. Yeah, well, hopefully I can help you take your mind off of whatever it is. I think Final Fantasy, Nintendo Classic, Retro, Nintendo Mini. Gonna hang out. Actually, I think we've already kind of done this town. That's where we ended up last stream. We actually managed to figure out what we were supposed to do. So we're gonna do a little bit of exploring here. She's still hurting, but the sickness is nearly gone from her. Well, that's good. That's one thing. Being sick and having a hurt back definitely it cannot be fun. Hopefully she does get better. How are you doing though? Other than that, hopefully everything else is going good for you. I'm stressed over the YouTubes. Oh, really? That's not good. You definitely can't let it stress you out. You gotta take everything as it comes. And at the end of the day, it is just YouTube, right? Sometimes you just gotta take a step back from it and relax a little bit. You definitely can't let it get to you. I mean, without knowing exactly what the issue is. Oh, Jackel, that was not a very good hit. Hopefully everything's going good while I'm feeling like the sickness is coming back on me. See, that in and of itself, could be a big indication. Like, I know when I am sick, things definitely feel tougher. YouTube or whatever, life in general, and it makes you really not want to, put a lot of effort into anything. So hopefully that gets better for you. I mean, taking a break is always a good thing. Critically, you and I, wow, that was a good hit. So, oh boy, I don't know what to say. I mean, it's, you kind of just take everything a day at a time, right? And, YouTube or real life or whatever, it's, it's hard not to let it get under your skin, but I mean, it certainly can if it does. So, hopefully again, things are doing better for you, or get better for you. I'm gonna fight some more monsters here. I've been looking forward to this all week. I know I was kind of struggling last week because I just didn't really know what to do, but we ended up getting it in the end. I was quite happy with that. So hopefully everything we continue to make a little bit of progress today, and I don't end up just wandering around trying to figure out what's going on. These shadows, 1 damage each. I'll take that all day, but it's going to be annoying fighting them. All right, fight, and we'll go fight. Oh, darkness, that's not good. I told myself I wasn't going to open up a can of Coke. Hey, Sprl, how you doing? Hopefully you are feeling a little bit better. Your neck's not quite so sore. I know from my experience with back pain and that the neck. I hate it because you can't drive, you can't really go anywhere, you can't really do anything. Your neck's kind of pretty important for all of that. What gets me is I just got over being sick, and now it's coming back twice as hard. I always had a problem with my coughs. Like, I would be sick for for a week or whatever, and I would get over it, but my cough would just linger for the longest time. But then it kind of turns out it might have been asthma. So but definitely don't do what D4 did and leave it for too long, and then find out you got an infection and have to take a bunch of antibiotics and that. Like, if you're feeling really sick, you got to get yourself to the doctor. And I'm bad for that. I'm bad for just toughing it out and finding out 2 weeks later that it's it's something pretty important. So and it's okay, my back is killing right now, but I took my meds, but I don't think they are helping any. That's not good. Is it like, I mean, I know there's certain pain medications and that work differently for different people. I've got to be just to take an aspirin, I've got to be in an awful lot of pain and trying to sleep. Like, I won't take it if I'm at work because I don't like the being a little loopy or whatever while I'm trying to do stuff. But if I know I've got to sleep and I know it's going to interfere with my sleep, I'll definitely take an aspirin or or whatever. But I'm sure they've probably got you on something a little bit stronger for back pain. And the thing is, it may not feel like it's doing a lot, but if you weren't taking them, it could be a lot worse, So, maybe, it's that, 6 and 1/2 dozen the other. It's like, is it helping or is it not doing anything? The only way you can tell is to not take it. But then, is that going to help you? I don't know. But V Cardiff, how you doing? I'm going to call you VC. How are you doing? What's up, man? Just playing some Final Fantasy. I kind of moved my microphone. Let me know if my voice is good on it, if I'm not too quiet. I can actually probably swing it out a little bit. It's kind of blocking my screen a touch, but I was getting tired of the microphone being attached to the desk and always bumping it with my hand when I was using the mouse. And when Creative Kitty and I were doing recording together, she was really bad for like playing with it. So I got a shelf on the wall just over here, and I've kind of got it attached there. I've noticed though, both of them, since they're now very horizontal, they've kind of bent a little bit right at the little base. I don't think it's going to snap or anything, but there's definitely like a 15-degree bend there just from the weight of the microphone. So they're certainly not, high-end microphone arms, but they do the job for sure. Audio is good. I do it too, man. I do it too, lol. Viking Codeth. Vico. Okay, I'll try to remember Vico. It's generic meds. Yeah, but I mean, Sprl, they're probably like generic as in like just aspirin or Tylenol or something like that, or are they just generic brand of, something a little bit tougher for your, or stronger for your neck. It's, again, I don't know. It's so hard to say, whether, meds or that are actually working. We've got a cave down here. Sweeney says audio is good. I don't think any medication will help with scoliosis. You know what? That is one thing I don't really know a lot about. It's like a muscular thing, isn't it? These guys, we keep fighting these shadows. They seem to be coming at us quite hard. They don't do a whole lot of damage, so I'm not really worried about them. They're just more annoying than anything. Yeah, I don't know. I'm in a lot of pain too. This is the third stream that I've dropped in where someone's talking about pain. We're all dying. That is true. It's one of the great truths of life. So it's the death and taxes, right? And I know I got one of them coming up in April, so that's something to look forward to. Hopefully, I've only got the one to look forward to, not the second one. It's where your spine's not straight. Oh, okay. Like it's got a curve to it, and that I know. Oh boy, in university, like the first time I went to university, so we're talking like 20 years ago. I dated a girl. Her sister had like a curved spine. I don't know if it was scoliosis or not, but hopefully it's something, hopefully it's something that they can treat a little bit. I know she was undergoing some sort of treatment for it, but that was a long time ago. I don't remember a whole lot about it. I was born with scoliosis. It's horrible. My spine is S-shaped more or less. Oh, that's tough as well, Vico. I don't know if the Spirals had that. Same here, Vico. Okay, so it's something that you were born with, or does it like develop later, or just get worse later, or because like my ex-girlfriend's sister, I was under the impression that she didn't have it, or it wasn't diagnosed anyways. But at the same time, I don't remember, for one. It was such a long time ago. But I mean, I don't know a lot about it, so it gets worse for me anyways. Okay, so it's something that maybe progresses as you get older, and probably as you put a lot more stress on your spine. Cleaning, that's going to be tough to do, Sprl, with that. I remember when I worked at Safeway, one of our customer service, one of the women in customer service, she had, it developed very, very quickly. Like, I don't remember having it when I started, but at some point she really had a bent back, and it was I think hers was twisted a little bit. Like I know you said yours was an S curve. I don't know if it was like to the side or to the front, but hers was kind of front and forward a little bit. But again, I don't know if it was scoliosis or just something different. Sprl, you have my sympathy. It's legit knocked off like 2 inches off my height. I have a huge mongoloid fallen like arms, standing at 5'10" when I should be 6. Well, Vico, I'm not even close to 6, so I do feel your pain about not being tall. I'm 5. I say I'm 5'8", but I'm probably actually closer to 5'7". Ooh, look at this guy over here. But I mean, I to have to deal with pain, and that is got to be a lot worse. Like that's, I'm lucky. I've only occasionally, tweaked my neck, tweaked my back. I hate it because it's like drive. I rely on my vehicle, and if I can't drive to get into work, I'm not getting into work. Like it's almost impossible for me. Thank you, Vico, and I hear you. My feet. Well, I don't know much about that. Yeah, I got no comment on that one there, Vico. Lol, I'm sorry. So again, hopefully everybody is having a good night. At least everybody's relaxed a little bit home from work. Sweeney, I don't know if you're at work or if you're watching from home. I'm kidding. I'm just trying to be humorous. And that's okay. Sometimes you got to be humorous about stuff, right? There's you can hold on to it and let it dig at you, or you can just try to relax and just let it go and try to laugh at it. I mean, there's been a few things in life that I've said that I can laugh at it or I can cry at it, but only one of them is going to make me feel better. So I've been streaming Final Fantasy 1, the PSP remake, though. I rolled Red Monk and instantly regretted it. Oh no. I'm doing good, Sweeney, at work. Okay, Sweeney did pop on just before you there, Sprl. So I know he was at a computer or with his phone, but I wasn't sure if he was actually at work. There we go. Sweeney Dunn said, "Yep, good old work praise, freezing my former fractures and some good pain." Oh, freezing with my former fractures and some good. Did you fracture something recently, Sweeney, or is that like historic fractures? Those ones. I mean, I know I broke my leg when I was a kid, but it was like halfway up the bone, up by fibia. I don't know. I'm bad with. But whatever the big bone is in the leg, I was playing hockey and I just got my skates sharpened. And if you know anything about hockey skates, they've got a Vidkoth. Thank you for the follow. I really, really appreciate that. I am approaching very, very slowly to the affiliate status, so I really, really do appreciate that. And you know what? Something I noticed this because this is my backup computer. There was supposed to be an alert for that. Why was there not an alert? 1 second here. Properties. Okay, that one's that. There's supposed to be alert box. That's what it is. Properties. Now, why? Add alert follows. Yeah. I don't know. This is sort of my secondary computer. It's the one I got my Xbox hooked up to. I usually stream on my newer computer when I'm doing like Minecraft or something like that, or when my daughter and I are streaming whatever it is that we're playing, we stream off of the good computer. This is the only game that I play on this computer, and at some point I've really got to move it over to the other one. But again, thank you for the follow. I really do appreciate that. Welcome to the chicken coop. Yes, thank you for reminding me, Sweeney. I've actually had a good idea for an actual overlay there with the whole chicken theme going on. I've been in talks with my wife. She's the artist. Hopefully she's going to get something done very similar to the Minecraft Hardcore Challenge little pop-up guys that we did. But hopefully she's going to work on something like that shortly. Over the years, most from childhood. Oh man, I've been making a really amazing JRPG community. You know what? I haven't played a JRPG in ages. Like, I mean, other than, you know, like Final Fantasy, right? Like some of the older ones that I used to play quite a bit as a kid, but that is very, very interesting. You're the type of people we would love to have, Sweeney Dunstan Gaming, and she happily. That sounds good. Yeah, so welcome to the chicken coop. You noticed the little, this is the nickel chicken from one of the modded Minecraft games that I play. No one passes this road. Okay, now, what happens if, item, beautiful music fills the air. I got no idea if this is going to work. I just know I've got a loot and I don't know what it's for, so. No one passes this road. Okay. So. That tells me there's something I'm missing. Okay, well, we're still exploring this new area. I just kind of opened up. Maybe there's another cave entrance down below. I'll have to double check that out. I'm 29, hitting 30 next month. Gonna have some crazy community challenges for FF6 to 10, but I'm a huge JRPG nerd. I still play games like Apex or WoW, but JRPGs will always be my heart. You know what? I've considered looking at the Apex just because it's so new. But I don't know if I've really got a lot of time to add something new to it. Twitch did send me not a text, an email today saying they're hosting some sort of Apex tournament or whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, well, obviously that's the game that Twitch is pushing right now over Fortnite. But it's something I kind of wanted to look a little bit more into. Groger. Okay, so I think that was the first time we've seen that green ogre. But yeah, no, this is I don't know. Tuesday nights are my retro game night. So I did not Legend Zelda. I did Zelda 2: Link to the Past, or not Link to the Past, The Adventures of Link, which is a game I've been waiting to finish ever since I was a kid. And then we rolled over into this one here, and I want to say I'm probably about halfway through this. This is another game I played as a kid and never finished, which was my big sort of driving point with the Zelda 2 game. Is it's one that I was never able to finish as a kid on the original Nintendo. So I just like Battle Royales. Apex is one of the coolest first-person titles I've played. It has a unique RPG kind of element to it. Oh, okay. Oh no, lol. Is that the side scroller for the NES? Yes, that was the side scroll. Well, it's kind of a side scroller. Like okay. All the action was done as side scrolling, and the actual top down moving was all top down, but it was good. I enjoyed it a lot. Like it was nice getting back into it, and I was amazed how much I remembered from a kid up to a certain point, because the problem was the original Nintendo cartridge I had a defect in it, and you could only get to a certain point, and then the game would just freeze. And I tried everything to get past that point. Like, I absolutely tried everything. But, I mean, this was 25 years ago now, if not more. And you just couldn't, there was no updates or hacks or fixes or anything like that. So, it definitely was annoying. It was definitely annoying as a kid, but I did manage to finish it, so this is another one on my list of games I would love to finish. That game hurt me as a child. I never made it 1/10 of the way through it. Lol. I don't know about. I thought it was really good. Now, mind you, I'm about. If you're only turning 30, there, I've got 10 years on you. So my childhood was a little bit different than your childhood. So let's follow this around here. This, like, I've always, kind of been a gamer. I never, when you're a kid, you don't think of yourself as a gamer. But as an adult, it's like you think of yourself as a gamer, right? Like, as a kid, I just played games, but as an adult, like, you know, there's a little bit more to it, like when you're an adult. Going back to playing some of these games. Oh, Spyro's stunned. That's what it is. Just double checking up, making sure I haven't missed anything. Yeah, so Deep Freeze is still on here. I don't know how everybody else is doing for weather-wise, but we are super, super cold. My co-worker that I was covering for is back from his vacation. He was down in sunny Mexico. He said it was like Celsius, it was like 26, 27, and then he came back here and it was like minus 20. So he had like a 40, you know, almost 50 degree weather swing when he came back. But luckily he missed probably part of the coldest weather that we had. I knew I was a gamer since 3, and I tell you what, I encourage my kids to be too. Legit saved my life multiple times. I could have gotten in with the wrong. You know what? That's true as well. My wife and I are both big gamers. We certainly, you know, I don't know if encourage is the right word, but you know, we play with, you know, I play a lot. I record on YouTube with my daughter. You know, we've got to actually do a big recording. We just hit 200 subscribers on YouTube today, so we've been talking about our 200 episode for quite a while. It's something I'd like to. It's something we worked on, and then we kind of got stalled at like 180 to 190, and then the last couple of weeks we've got the last 10 fairly quickly. Like, it's not something I've been going out pushing. Today I did because it was 199. I'm like, okay, I'll make a push to get over 200. But it was, you know, but we played with her. Like, we, you know, I would rather play a game with her and know what she's playing than to let her play on her own and not be involved in any way. It was the same thing with, like, you know, the TV shows she watches. Like, we've always watched with her, or the YouTube that she watches. We've always watched with her rather than, like, she's old enough now that she can go and, you know, watch her YouTube channel or watch whatever she wants on YouTube. We kind of trust her. But especially when she was younger, if she was watching something, we were usually watching it with her, right? You know, so we could talk about it and we could participate in it. Awesome, congrats, thank you. Introvert, what's that, TTW? I guess that's an FTW or TTW, but I feel the same way. My daughter pops in on my streams sometimes. She's only 3 at the moment, but she loves the attention, lol. I had 23 communicating with her last night. That is awesome. That is really, really good. But, you know, my daughter, she's at 9, so she can do the talk. Okay, so there is a cave there. There's another cave there, but there's no way to get there. Okay, just looking for other places to kind of land. But yeah, no, it's something, you know, we do it together, right? And the only reason I even started YouTube is because she wanted to start making videos, and I had taken, you know, some graphic design courses like 20 years ago. So when we started doing it, I had a little bit of experience with, like, editing and you know, all the kind of little basic parts and pieces. So I was like, okay, well, we can try it. And we did it on and off for about a year, and it got to the point where I was more into it than she was. So I was just like, okay, no, I'm just going to go with it. I'm going to do my own thing. And whenever you want to, we'll make a video. And we do it's a Minecraft Hardcore Challenge, which I didn't think she'd be that into because she's never been a big survivor playing for Minecraft. She likes her, you know, creative mode, but she's really, really jumped in there with both feet. She really likes it, and we have a lot of fun. And it's more fun for me to do it. Like, it's something I would rather do with somebody than sort of by myself. It's definitely more. It's more interesting. It's more fun. Oh wait, did I? Ooh, I don't know if I've been here or not. Okay, there's a castle. Okay, oh, this is right by the original place. There's a shark. Hate to go, but I gotta sleep for tomorrow. Luckily, tomorrow is the middle of the week, so have a good stream. Hey, thanks a lot for coming out, Sprl. I really do appreciate it. You have yourself a good night. Hopefully, your back is feeling better for work for tomorrow. And good luck with that. Hopefully you're feeling better as well. You're not going to be sick like you have been. I got to go check out a couple other streamers. My team has been having me check out some people streaming Final Fantasy. Yes, you was one of them. That's awesome, dude. Keep it up. Hey, thanks a lot, Vico. Before either of you go, I hope you're still in here. Exclamation mark BOW. Oh, sorry, Spiral's already done it. Spiral, I hope you're still in there. Thank you for remembering to use the command. Vico, I got a bunch of Nightbot commands. I know you're on your way out, but exclamation mark bow. Thank you for coming out. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to have to upgrade those. I keep saying it all the time. But at some point I will absolutely get some new ones in there. But thanks for coming out. I really appreciate it. Thank you for the follow. And we got another shark here. And that... I don't know. These constant. This is the one thing I disliked about the Final Fantasy series is just the, take 10 steps, fight a battle, take 10 steps, fight a battle, take 10 steps, fight a battle. At least with the Adventures of Link, you could you could do your best to avoid the battles when they weren't important, right? So that was a nice little feature to it. This one here, it's the constant random battle. Stop by sometime, brother. I think you'll enjoy it. I swear like a sailor though, but I try to keep it contained. Well, I'll keep an eye out for you as well. Thank you for coming out, and you have yourself a good night, Vico. Let's see here. We'll go follow the coastline. See what we can find. That's probably another thing about playing this game and other games as an adult and not as a kid is I've got different goals. Like I think about the game differently. Like when I was a kid, I don't know if I would have, how I would have approached this. Like I probably would have been a lot more, especially with like the Zelda 2 and all that. I feel as an adult, like I understand the game mechanics more than I did as a kid, so I can kind of use the mechanics to my advantage, whereas as a kid it was all just reaction. That's kind of how it feels. Like I don't know if that's the way it is or not, but I don't know. It's kind of hard to say. Like I feel like that's the way it is. I could be wrong. I could just be sort of making stuff up or, imagining stuff. But I don't know. I do think like I appreciate some of these classic games more as an adult than I ever did as a kid. But again, it's hard for me to remember or imagine how I was as a kid, right? Like I remember playing this game, but I certainly can't remember what I was thinking about. Okay, so we'll go fight. These guys are super easy. Kyozoku. Actually, Kyozoku, I think there should, I don't know exactly how you pronounce it. I am a little familiar with Japanese, though. It's been a long time. It's been like 10, it was more than 10. It's probably been 12 or 13 years since I've actually, studied it when I was back at university. So it does make a big difference. It's easy how much you forget. Vanier Battleborn. I love this game. This is a great game. I remember playing it as a kid. Never did finish it, so it's on my list, which is one of the reasons I'm trying to play it. Tuesday nights are my retro stream night. Now I think this... Okay, I'm going to go just land there and just double check where we're at. I don't think I've opened up any... In the last stream, I finally figured out, like, I got through onto the other side of the continent. So now I'm exploring all around that area, and I know there's a couple of ports that I could see as I was walking around, but I didn't have a boat there. So now that's what I'm just kind of double checking this out, trying to see what I've missed, what I've got kind of uncovered. Have you done the 4 Monks team yet? I have not. This is this is legitimately the first time I've played this since I was a kid. So I recently was playing Zelda 2, and the night that I finished that, I sort of ran right into Final Fantasy, because I knew that was what I was going to play next. So it was the people on the stream, I let them pick what characters they wanted, and I just put them down as the name. So Sprl picked the monk, Grim picked the thief, and then Creative Kitty 09's my daughter. So I picked her as the red mage, so we had both a little bit of white and magic. But I have not actually played this with any other sort of combination or anything like that. I should have done that the opposite way. 4 monks or 4 white mages, best team. You think so? I don't know. I really like the team I've got here. I don't know. Again, I haven't really played a whole lot of it. Enough to know that I do still enjoy this game. Other than, like I was complaining a little bit earlier about the, I don't know what you call it, the grind, like where it's, take 10 steps, fight a battle, take 10 steps, fight a battle, take 10 steps, fight a battle. That kind of grates on you after a while. But, other than that, it's a lot of fun. Like, it is a fun game. Just gonna go and throw all these guys back on. Right now I'm sort of like in explore mode. I've mentioned it a couple of times. When I'm streaming this game, I'm probably paying more attention to the chat than the actual game, because a lot of this is just autopilot stuff, right? Other than moving around and setting who's attacking who, it's just like, it's not a game I gotta focus on a whole lot. So hey No Pro, thank you for the lurk. Hopefully your stream's going well tonight as well. I saw that you were on there just before I jumped on. I don't know, again, you might not even be in the chat, but again, I appreciate the lurk. Thank you for coming out. Warriors get outclassed early, so do Reds. Pause every few steps. It resets the fight count. Oh really? That is, I did not know that. Nope, that doesn't really matter. I don't know, I always felt that, like, my warrior Jack here did really well early on. The red mage, I agree, is definitely, up until I got a sword that Creative Kitty 09 could use, she's only just now become super effective, short of the magic. And the magic is so expensive to buy. So I agree, like, the red mage is... I think if I had picked the team myself, I probably would have gone warrior, thief, white, and black. Just out of, like, my personal preferences. But again, like, we were doing it, I just kind of threw it out to everybody that was there, just to, just so everybody have a little bit of a say in it. But I don't know, there's so many different dynamics. It's like any sort of combo game where, it's a balance, right? It's how you want to play. And again, I went into it with, like, memories from, like, 20 years ago. So I just knew that I just knew it was a game that I wanted to play. So can get to tier 4 or 5 magic, I think. Reds can't use high magic level. No. The reason I picked red is because I wanted to have access to the white and the black. But yes, it's with my understanding of the reds is you don't get all the magic. But at the same time, the reds can use better weapons, and they could use both. So it's, I like I said, if it was my choice, I would have gone the fighter, thief, black and white. So I'd have both magics for higher level. The thief, I'm not sure if the thief can, like, in my mind, picking locks and that, but I mean, I don't think that's actually a function in this game. But it was certainly something that would, cross my mind anyways. But whether it would be better to go with the monk or I think the thief, like, in retrospect, in hindsight, I think the thief would have been a good choice because they do quite a bit of damage with some of these later weapons. Whereas the monk, I think I'm still using the second set of nunchucks I was able to find. Like, there doesn't seem to be a whole lot of weapons that the monk can use. Not that I've come across anyways, but let's see. Upgraded warriors give up to tier 2 white magic. Oh, thief gets ninja class. They kind of suck, but they are really fast and can use the best katana. Take off the monk's weapon. Okay, now you're talking about upgrading. Like, are you just talking about leveling up, or is there like something that I'm missing here? Because you're saying with the monk. Okay, so weapon. Equip. So you're saying unequip the monk's weapon. Status. 2438, 1756. 1 second here. Weapon. I should have done this first. Oh, 22. So yeah, no, you are right. They are a little bit better without that weapon. Right, so we will do that. That's some good advice there. The class upgrades. So, like, is it something that I gotta unlock then in here, or is it a level thing? BB gets really good 2H damage with no weapons. BB. Okay, 1 second here. I'm not too sure what BB is. BB, what would BB? Is that like something with the monk class? Or I'm sure I recognize this place. Yeah, one dungeon gives the rat tail. Take it to Baham. Oh, okay. So that's the guy in the dwarven little, not village, but little underground place where if we bring him there's a medal that we're looking for. We got to bring him to get a particular sword, and I guess the other things that will upgrade. So, okay, so is that, I'm assuming that's what you mean, is we got to bring him stuff to unlock these different classes of warriors or whatever. Then that's to get Excalibur. Okay, yeah, okay, all right. That's making a little bit of sense then. I definitely haven't made it quite that far in the game. Now there should be a little cave down here if I am in where I think I am. Okay, there's a boat. Maybe, oh no, there's a town over to the left, I think. Let's see here. We are just gonna go fight. You know what? I gotta remember to do your little thing, especially right here, where these battles are. I mean, they're easy, but they're not really giving me a lot of experience or gold, right? So, one item unlocks all classes. Oh, okay, all right. Okay, that's interesting to know. 153 from Sprl with Jester Fists. That's actually pretty good. 3 hits as well. No, that's good. I like that. That's sort of what I spent last stream doing. Was I had just gotten the key and I went around and I unlocked all the chests that I remembered. But yeah, no, that's good to know. I'm gonna. It's good anticipation of what I got to do. And again, I did not stopping while I was walking. Not that I'm in any rush to get anywhere, but at the same time, I don't know. These guys are annoying. At least I'm not getting poisoned though. That's the one thing I absolutely hate about fighting. Anything that poisons me is I gotta just use up all those. I've got the pure magic. I'm pretty sure I grabbed that for Creative Kitty 09. But okay, pause. Okay, all right, you're right. This is definitely working. No, that's a river. Is this maybe... Don't know what you're saying there. Oh, and there we go. Okay, we got to fight anyways. Don't know what you were trying to say there. Nightbot can be... I'm assuming you didn't type in stars, but it's not saying it blocked it. So I don't know what the stars were there. Tried to copy. Oh, you tried to like cut and paste from something and it didn't let you? I'll be honest, I was kind of surprised about that. I don't think I've ever tried to do that in a chat, but and paste a section about... Oh, okay, all right. You know what? You're not the first. Somebody else tried to do that last stream. I want to say it was Nathok tried to do that last stream. Because I remember I got the 3 stars, and I thought he had tried to say something, but I think he was trying to tell me or show me whatever. Oh, gotta remember to stop. Oh, okay, never mind. I don't even... It's almost more annoying to move and stop and move and stop. I mean, I definitely get to the place quicker, but I don't know. We'll see if I remember to do it as I keep going. It's the one thing I remember, like the Zelda 2 that I was playing previously, is that yeah, okay, this is... I know where we are. Nope. Now, Zelda 2 was a very unforgiving game, which was, probably the biggest frustration about it is, it definitely... Which side is the inn on? Is it on this side? Since we're here, this is a good opportunity. No, it must be on the other side. It was a sort of a very unforgiving game, and this one is to an extent that, if you die, you're going to go all the way back without, if you haven't saved or anything like that. But it's certainly a more forgiving game where, where did I miss? Is there no inn in this place? There must be an inn. Must be overlooking it. Why? Is it not in there? No. Monk has the best damage in the game, though better than a fully equipped fighter, but has no magic. They take more damage, though. Yes, I definitely... The warrior is nice. What am I... The inn's right there. The thing I like about the warrior is he's kind of like a tank, and I've got him up front, and he does seem to take the brunt of the attacks. And a lot of times it's just 1 damage, and I can live with that all day. Like, 1 damage is like fine, like whatever. You're not bothering me by giving me 1 damage at a time. But with nobody else to act as like backup. Oh, I was going too far there. But you can 1-hit the final boss with the monk at level... Really? Okay, well, I don't think I'm going to be playing this game long enough to get to level 99. At some point, I do want to move on to another game. I know I told, I think it was Grim Optimist or Big Edley, one of the two, early on, were asking me to see if I would give even just a stream or a bit of a stream over to like Galaga or some of those old classic arcade games. Don't think I spread out my attacks last time. Paying too much attention to the chat, but I've been doing Final Fantasy 3 to 10. I would like to go back and play Final Fantasy 7. To me, that has been... Other than this, I think it was Final Fantasy 15. Final Fantasy 7, to me, was like the epitome of the Final Fantasy games. I played some of the ones after them and just couldn't really get into them. Final Fantasy 7, like, really, really sucked me in. I think, as far as favorites go, it would be Final Fantasy 7, Final Fantasy Tactics, and then Final Fantasy 15. But that's, I haven't played all of them. I've played a good chunk of them, but I definitely haven't played all of them. But there are a lot of really, really good Final Fantasy games out there. But my favorite it used to be 7 and Tactics. I absolutely love Tactics. I was really disappointed with the sequel they did for Tactics, but I was really quite happy with Final Fantasy 15. I kind of got out of it before I got that far into it. I got distracted with other things. Oh, don't want you fighting the same guy. But I thought it was really well done. It was unique compared to some of the previous ones. And it was the same thing with 7. 7 was unique compared to some of the previous ones. And I just really liked the Tactics. I liked Ogre Tactics, but Final Fantasy Tactics the story was so good in it. Have you tried 3? I know I played 3 as a kid. I have not tried it as an adult. I certainly couldn't tell you what the story was or anything like that. Where 7, that's one of the ones I've finished. That I think Final Fantasy 7 is the only Final Fantasy game that I've ever finished. I never even finished Final Fantasy Tactics. The one big playthrough I did on it, I ended up getting, I got to this one battle and I was just stuck. I could not beat this one battle. It was fairly late in the game, and I couldn't go back far enough to level up, because my previous save, I was already sort of in a forward motion towards that battle. I couldn't go back and, spend any more time on it. And I can't remember if that was my fault or if that was just the way the game went or whatever, but I know I've played 3 and I want to say 5. Never made it very far in them. I think I rented them as kids. 7, I rented multiple times to finish it. And then 15, I think I've owned, but I've rented some of the other ones way, way back in the day. Back when you could rent games at, at actual buildings. 8 had the most unique upgrade system of them all. If you tried it as a kid, then 3 you played was actually 6. Yes, I know there were a couple of Final Fantasies that never made it over to North America, or not over early on. Okay, I'm going to remember that's up there. I'm going to finish going around this island first, just because I want to make sure I don't miss anything. 2 was 4 and 3 was 6, yes. I know there was a difference. I'm sure we've got access to all of them now, but I know back as a kid, there were ones that didn't make it over to North America. No, I mean, as a kid, I didn't know that. But as an adult, you hear these things and you know these things. But yeah, no, there's a lot of really good games. I mean, good for their time. Like, if somebody had come out with, well, mind you, the way a lot of indie games are coming out now, somebody could have put out this game now, but the graphics would probably be quite a bit better, but put it out as an indie game and it still probably would have been, very, very popular and very playable. That's one thing I really like about some of the indie games out there, is they are very, very playable. But not all of them. There are some that are absolutely not. They're like, I don't know. I can't really say a whole lot. The real 3 one has the first job system in it. 1 second, just had a pop-up come up. And the job system, again, Final Fantasy Tactics did a really good, was really, really in-depth with the job system. I don't think any of the other Final Fantasies were as in-depth with the jobs, but that's what I remember from the other Final Fantasies that I played, was the job system. Other than this one here, where you've got your, is it 6? You got 6 choices. I think it was, well, yeah, like 3 was the one that really kind of, 3 had 23 jobs, yeah. Have you played Final Fantasy Tactics? Or any of the old Tactics games, like Ogre Tactics or There was another one. I can't remember what it was called though. But if you have it, I really do recommend, like especially if you like the Final Fantasy, I recommend, trying the Final Fantasy Tactics. It is, the job class system in there is really, really complicated. Like, not complicated, but in depth. And I don't know, it is, well, I don't know what to say. Like, I want to recommend it, but at the same time, I don't want to push it on you. But especially if you hadn't. So, yes, I have 100% of the tactics of the tactics games. That's good. What was your take on the second Final Fantasy Tactics then? Because I did own it, and I was really disappointed with it. I did not like it. The story didn't grab me, and that was the thing that I remember most from, the original Final Fantasy Tactics. It was such a great story. But which one? To me, they called it Final Fantasy Tactics, but it was, it just didn't feel like Final Fantasy Tactics. What? Okay, we were already at that place. With Ramza was great. War of the Lions is the good one. I'm pretty sure that was the one that I'm thinking of, where you could, the chocobos, I think you could actually ride them in battle. I can't remember that or not. But you could hatch monsters. You could, it was the one where yeah, I'm pretty sure it was the War of the Lions was the good one. Let's go check this thing out. I don't think I've been to this one. Where you have a childhood friend, and then his sister dies, and then he becomes sort of like a bad guy for a bit, but then he's a good guy, and at some point, it was after Final Fantasy VII, because I remember if you were in the right spot on the right day, you had a chance to recruit Cloud into the game. That's one of the ones I do remember. You had to play it just right and to be in that spot on the right day, but you could actually recruit Cloud as a playable character. But I'm pretty sure he's a playable character. But that is something I remember. These trolls are actually pretty tough. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's Final Fantasy Tactics, the original. Then they had an A2. Yeah, it was the A2, which it didn't feel like Final Fantasy. Like, it was a tactics game, but it just didn't feel like Final Fantasy. And I remember just being fairly disappointed with it, But again, I was feeling more like the Final Fantasy. But he sucked till you climbed to the top of the mountain. And got his Buster Sword. Oh, really? Did he? I don't think I ever actually got him in the game. I knew it was possible, and I knew there was one playthrough where I tried to do it based on, not a cheat, but somewhere somehow somebody I found out that you could do that. But I don't remember. I don't think I ever actually was able to do it, or when I did it, it didn't work. And because you had to go, it was at least an hour or two into the game. Actually, it was probably longer than that of gameplay before you actually got the chance to recruit him. So if you messed something up along the way, you were kind of messed up for that. But yeah, he couldn't use any soldier moves. Really? Okay, that's interesting. The rocks. Throwing the rocks was probably one of my favorite things to do, because anybody could do it. I'm pretty sure anybody could do it. And it was a great way to end a turn, was just to throw a rock at somebody. I thought that was, I want to check out that spot right there. Oh, I keep forgetting to pause. These trolls are, Spiral's hurting a little bit, but we're going to do a little bit of magic and just throw Cure on Sprl. I mean, like cross slash or braver. Oh boy, it's literally been 15 years, if not more, since I played it. You know what? I've actually got it. I've got it on the PSP. I did buy it on the PSP and played it for a little bit. Didn't get that far. I'm gonna have to see if I can dig that out because I only had a couple of games on the PSP. And Sprl's gotten slain. Not good. That's my fault. I should have been paying more. Oh wait, I've got magic. No, there is a resurrect that I don't think I picked it up for Creative Kitty 09. I definitely should look into that. PSP one is the War of the Lions. Yeah. Or Braver, his Final Fantasy VII moves. Okay. Again, it's been even longer since I played Final Fantasy VII. It was definitely a game I remember from being a kid, but I was probably less than 20 when I was playing it, so that was over 20 years ago. I played Final Fantasy VII. I haven't played it as an adult. Could you look here? No, you can't do anything. 1 second here. There's this loot. I don't know what it does. Probably nothing. Okay, I just had to double check it just to see. Yeah, no, there were a lot of good games that I remember playing as a kid. You know what? We're almost near a town. Creative Kitty, why don't you just use a little bit of fire here? The what? Oh boy, now you've got me. Oh, the loot, the little guitar thing. You start the game with it. I don't know what it does. I've been carrying it around. Every now and again I just play it just because I'm expecting something to happen. But I don't actually know what it would be that would actually happen. So yeah, I don't know. I'm sure there's a reason for it. There's some guy blocking a passage over on the other side of the world that I tried playing it around him just to see if it would happen. That was the last time I played it, and then just here there was an open spot right there. I kind of thought, well, maybe, who knows? End game. Is it? Oh, okay, all right. It's because these classic games. One thing, like the Legend of Zelda was really, or not the Legend of Zelda, the Link to the Past was particularly bad. Oh, 1 second here. Item. Okay, no. I couldn't remember if there was a resurrect sort of item. There's no easy Phoenix down in this game. Ah, come on, guys. I keep forgetting to walk and do the stat or the stutter walk. But I've got enough magic. I might as well try it out on these guys. In the Temple of Fiends Past. Oh, okay. What I was gonna say is Zelda 2 was particularly bad for it, but the translation of the hints were so unhelpful sometimes. I did rely on more than a couple hints from people that knew the game a lot better than me to get me through a couple of to lead me to where I needed to go. But yeah, this game not so much. There's not a whole lot of conversation in it, not like Zelda 2 was, but it is sort of like I'm well, okay, I don't really know what I'm doing next. I'm just kind of wandering around, checking stuff out, kind of want to see what's what and the what. And oh, stop. Then go back and stop. And we'll head down. Okay, made it to town. Hey, Sweeney, I see my wife is laying down on the job again. Oh, yeah, Sprl decided to take a little bit of a nap. I gotta go resurrect her before I go stay at the inn, though. Here we go, over here. Oh, yeah, I gotta go all the way around? That's some poor strategic planning, poor civic planning on the part of the town founders there. Who shall be revived? Sprl. Who else am I gonna revive? If I come in here and there's nobody that needs reviving, you already know that nobody needs help. Why would you ask me who needs help when it's obvious which one is the one that's been knocked unconscious? Save your data, yes. 200 gold. Oh, I don't know if I can afford that. he said laughingly. Actually, I'm sure whatever I can buy in town is probably worth way more than what I've got. Okay, so out of curiosity, what have you got for sale? We'll go buy heel cabin and house. I'm actually going to buy a couple of cabins. Hey, Vanier Battleborn, thank you for the follow. I do appreciate that. That's 2 follows tonight. I really, really do appreciate that. Slowly on the way towards affiliate status. I gotta be like 44 now, I think. Which is nice. It's not something I'm like rushing for. Oh no, I did not need that. But I do appreciate it. Welcome to the chicken pack. Actually, Sweeney is the chicken coop. Yes, the chicken coop. The chicken pack is the group of people. The chicken coop is the actual stream. I'm in the works of coming up with some better channel art for that. But again, thank you for the follow. I really, really do appreciate it. Let's see. What do we got for items here? Vidkoth, thank you for the host. I really appreciate that as well. 43. Okay, that's good. Thanks a lot. And Vidkoth, thank you as well for the host. I appreciate that as well. All the support I've gotten on Twitch and on YouTube is, really, really, it's encouraging, right? I do enjoy it. I enjoy doing this. It's nice to think that, people enjoy, interacting with me, right? Like it's, I don't know, it's fun. Like it's a lot of fun. I enjoy the chat. I enjoy, me too. Yes. I've had this conversation before with with Sweeney and some of the people that have been, coming to the streams fairly regularly. It's like, I could play this by myself and enjoy it, but I can play it, while chatting, whether people are actively watching or just sort of podcast listening or whatever, it's nice to be interacting with people at the same time, right? I think I got enough heals. I'm just touching up on my peers, because if I run out of them, they become really annoying. It is a little bit more troublesome when you run out of peers, that's for sure. But it's, I like the conversation. I'm a follow ya. I will like the conversation. Oh, okay, thank you. You know what? And this is one thing I really like about this game is, like I said, I can go on, I can kind of go on autopilot, and the game is still progressing, but it's not. I'm not, doing my best timing my jumps and stuff like that. It's a let's sit and chat, and I'm going to press a couple of buttons and something's going to happen on the screen while stuff's going on. I just noticed that my face cam is up in that top corner. I don't think anything's really up there though. Ooh. Silver. Okay, what have we got? I know Jackel Wolf's got quite a bit. Oh no, he's got all iron. I've got silver armor though. Okay, before I go anything else, let's go check out what the other buys are. Hello. Oh, no, stay still. Come on, there we go. Light Warriors, you can do it. I assume I can. This is a tomb. Thank you very much. This is a tomb. This is a tomb. This is a tomb. Okay, you're not helping very much. Okay, let's see what's in here. There, just double check. Oh, that's right. I gotta move Sprl back into order. Holy cow! Those are expensive. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, and I'm pretty sure these guys here are gonna be just as expensive. By the way, go to the southwest of this town, or southwest outside of the town. Yeah, these guys are all too expensive, too rich for my blood, as it were. Oh, what do we got up here? What do we got up here? You can get the life spell from Melmud. Ooh, okay. This is a tomb. He's sleeping on the job. That's okay. You said southwest. It costs 8,000. So you don't mean southwest in this town. You mean southwest of where I am right now. Or do you mean, okay, southwest of this town or back to my boat and then southwest? Like southwest of the whole map. It's a little town next to a dock on a peninsula. Okay. All right. So I've got to definitely get back to the boat and go from there. Okay. So while we are here, let's go buy ourselves a silver shield for Jackel. Oh, we can't carry anymore. 1 second here. Armor. Okay, let's go trade. Now, I'm pretty sure Grim can't wear that. Let's just go try it. Equip. No. Okay, so trade. Let's move that down there. And then let's trade this guy. Oh, I can't tell. There we go. Okay, I picked the right one. And then, okay, you can't wear that either. And I don't think you can use the shield. But let's give it a shot. Let's see what we can trade. Iron shield. Equip. Okay, yeah, he can't do any of that. So I can sell that iron stuff. But first, let's go and buy. So we're going to buy the silver shield. Map res can. Oh, the red mage can use the shield. Really? Well, isn't that interesting? Can they use a silver shield? Jack will take it. Let's go buy. Ooh, boy, buckler or what is this thing here? I don't know what this bottom one is. It's always kind of bothered me that I don't know what it is. It's just like a silver something, but it's armor. So I don't know. Like, is it boots? Is it like a shoulder piece or a glove? Well, a buckler to me might be more of a glove than whatever that is. But I'm going to buy the silver helmet. Or buckler. Give me a second. Gotta check that source save ad here. Well, you know what? I've just been kind of just throwing stuff around. I am going to buy the... Oh, which one didn't I buy? Okay. Armor. What did I give Creative Kitty 09? Okay, equip. Out of curiosity, she's got the hat right there. No, she can't wear the hat. So trade. Shield for the helm. No, she can't use the shield. Vineyard is with this game as I am with Minecraft. Oh, we've all got our specialties, right? Like things that we just instinctively know. Okay, equip and no. Okay, she can't do any of that. Nope. Mage can use bracelet. Oh, okay. All right. That's what this is here. This copper bracelet. That's a bracelet, and I did buy. Okay, I bought the silver shield and silver helm. So buckler or whatever that little triangle piece is. I don't know. What's your thoughts on that, Vanier? The silver armor and the silver sword. I've basically been lurking, watching chat from the shadows. Hey, that's okay, not a problem. It's all about what, you know, I know when I'm, you know, watching, you know, I'm going to put it in quotation marks, watching YouTubers or Twitch people. Usually I'm editing videos or doing audio or doing graphics or something like that. Like, it's very rare that I am focused entirely on a video. It does happen. Like, there are ones that really catch my attention. I probably don't get as much done as I would if I had it off, but at the same time, it's nice having it in the background and, you know, supporting, but not, you know, supporting in the way that you can, right? So I appreciate all of that. No pro with the lurks. You know, I know she's off streaming. I don't even know if she stays in the chat long enough to hear us say hi or to acknowledge it. But you know, she's there. She's doing her support, right? You know, and I know she's off doing probably League of Legends or something like that, which seems to be what she streams an awful lot of lately. I just do it for mod reasons, lol. Well, and you know what? I do appreciate that as well, Sweeney. Like, you are a really, really good mod. I'm glad that you come out as often as you do. Like, I don't want to expect you to come out, but I am appreciative every time you come out. And, you know, luckily there haven't been too many incidences that we've had, but you know, it's still all good, and I appreciate it very, very much. I know Sprl's helped me out as well on occasion, though because, you know, she's been working lately. You know, our schedules aren't syncing for the streams like they used to. Okay, so I'm gonna buy. Okay, what do you think, buckler or whatever this triangle thing is? Like, it's not a shoe. That doesn't make sense that it's a shoe. I'm always here for fellow Solidians as often as possible. And again, I appreciate that, Sweeney. You know, everything you do for the World of Solitude is great. I do, you know, it's a lot of fun. So I think the triangle thing is a gauntlet, which kind of makes sense. I mean, it doesn't look like one, but I mean, a buckler is kind of like a mini shield. Oh. Would the thief be able to use a buckler? Oh, Grim can't take it. Okay, so let's throw it. Let's throw the buckler on Jackel for the moment. And Reds can use the normal buckler. I don't know about the silvers. Well, it just says buckler, though, right? So maybe this is the normal buckler. So let's try first with... Go trade that with that. And equip. Okay, so the thief can use the buckler. Let's just really quickly... equip. Okay, so, oh, sorry, that was Sprl. What am I doing? Creative Kitty, trade, equip. Ah, so Creative Kitty, the red mage can use it as well. So if I sell those iron, and then I can buy Jackel the silver gauntlets, and then another buckler for Grim. So sell. So Jackel had the iron helm. Oh, see, that popped up now. So why wasn't it popping up earlier with the other hosts? Unless I missed it. Did I miss the zombie coming up? Because I've got my volume turned down a little bit. It's possible I didn't hear it. But I don't know why. I'm sure it didn't come up with the follows earlier, but it certainly should have. Again, but thank you for the host, Sweeney. I do appreciate that. And it's doing wrong. I just checked my auto host and it's doing wrong. Oh, if that's just the buckler, the red can use it too. And it only does 2 defense though. Well, you know what? 2 defense, you know, out of 100, I mean, everything little helps, right? It's not like I'm hurting for gold. There's nothing else in town I'm going to be buying right now. Yeah, you missed it. The first follow didn't sound, but did pop up. Okay, so maybe that's part of the problem, because I know a couple of weeks back, White, you know, he raided me, and I didn't even notice it. And it was only afterwards, because he had posted about his stream and then what he was doing and how he raided me, that I was like, holy cow, I didn't even notice that. But I don't know. I wonder if there's a way. I'm just actually going to turn my volume up a touch, like, because I'm not really, it's not sort of a game that the music really matters. Like, I could have the music turned off completely, and actually I just wonder if I could. I'm not going to mess around with it right now, but What am I doing? I'm selling stuff. So we're going to sell... Grimm's got an iron shield. And then sell Sprl. He's got the iron gauntlet. Okay. So now we're going to buy buckler for Grimm. And buy the silver gauntlet for Jackel. Okay. Now we're just going to make sure we put it all on. Because I did that before. I walked around. I think I bought a new weapon. I forgot to equip it for a while. But, oh, that's weapons. Armor. So equip the silver, the buckler, and there we go. By the way, this town sells silver weapons too. Melbit has the next best bracelet for the red. Did I not look at the weapons already? Or where am I missing the weapons? Where am I missing the weapons? Oh, right here. Why did I not go in there before? So silver knife, silver sword, silver hammer, and a silver axe. Ooh, okay, Vanier. Other than going off of prices, is there a reason for one over the other? Like right now, I've got, I've got the dragon sword and the ruined sword and the were sword, and Sprl's not even using the weapon. Yeah, I actually could probably sell that. It's only an iron nunchucks. It doesn't really make a difference. But are any of those weapons better than these ones that I've got here? Because these are all ones that I unlocked from the chest with the key that you get. But there's no way for me to get here without getting that key first. So I don't know, like, why it doesn't make sense that silver would be better than any of this stuff. But Melbit has the next best bracelet for the red. Yes. I think I've asked too many questions for a yes or no answer. It's almost like conversations I have with my daughter sometimes, where I'll ask a complicated question and she will insist on just saying yes or no over and over and over again, and I'm like, but yes what? And she's like, yes, and it's like, no, but what? Silver is better for red and warrior. Oh, okay, all right. So the red can use a silver sword unless you fight certain types of enemies. Oh, yeah, okay, right. Dragon and were. I don't know what the ruin would be for then. Okay, so what you're saying is if we buy... Oh, but then axe the sword. How much have we got? We got a fair bit. I wonder, should I just buy them and just test them out and see what's what? I'm not going to worry about the dagger. Magic types like flans are what the ruin is for. Oh, I hate those guys. Okay, let's just go. We'll go buy. We'll give this one to Creative Kitty because you said she should be able to use it. Now let's buy this axe. My signal is... Oh, dude, the weather. Get the axe. Okay, bow. Hey, Sweeney, thanks for stopping by. Hopefully the rest of your day at work is going to be okay, or night at work is going to be okay. Hopefully your signal kicks back in as well. 25 alt and 10% hit. That is good. That is good. Okay, so... okay, I'm going to give it to Grimm, but if he doesn't equip with it, I'll equip Jackel with it. But, okay, let's go weapon. Equip. Okay, so he can't use that anyways. So we'll go to silver, and then we'll go trade. And we'll equip. Oh, I should... okay, one second here. Really quickly, status. So 3458. Equip. Status. 4053. That is a big increase. And then weapon. So let's just. So I guess I should get another silver sword for Grim then. All right, we'll go back in. Buy silver sword. Yes, for Grim. And we will go weapon, equip. Oh! Ooh! Well, I just wasted a bunch of money then. 1 second here. Trade. Equip. The dagger, yeah. I should have thought it out a little bit more. I was like, well, why would I give him the dagger when he could use the sword? But why would they make a dagger if... Oh, yeah, no. Oh, no. 1 second. So, weapon. Equip. Silver axe for sure. And we'll just sell that back. Again, 2,000 gold at this point is not going to hurt me. Sell the silver sword. But then buy the silver dagger. Yes, for Grim. And let's just double check that status. Grim 2542. Oh, no, too far. Too far. Weapon. Trade. No, not trade. Equip. Weapon. Oh, what am I doing? Come on. Status. 1742. So the sword is definitely better attack. But he's got a better chance to hit. Yeah. Keep the rune on the thief. I tried to warn you. Oh no. Okay, sorry about that. Well, it was only 800 gold, anyways. Like that one was. It wasn't like I was wasting a lot of money on that. Oh no. Before I get too far, though, let's go and throw Sprl up with Creative Kitty. There we go. Keep Creative Kitty in the back. I don't know how much of a big deal it makes, but oh, come out. No. Seriously? No. Okay, I can come out this way, right? Yeah. Is there... Oh, there's something over here. Ew. Look at all these guys. Look at all these guys trying to hide. Look at these guys trying to hide. What are you up to? We're the 12 sages. We lead here by the stars and the prophecy. Once the orbs shined with the power of the earth, wind and fire and water, the four fiends seized these powers. So you were talking about the fiend castle. Earth, wind, fire, and water. The world is bound by these four powers. Each element's power focuses at its altar. Locate and crush the fiend. Then to make it shine, place the orb on the altar it guarded. Four fiends are bent on the world's destruction. 200 years ago, the fiend of wind teamed with that of the water to destroy civilization. The earth fiend causes the rot of our land. The fire fiend will burn everything up. As you restore light to the orbs, we will reveal more secrets. Please see us repeatedly. Okay, that's good to know. Light warriors, only you can make the orbs shine again. We must use force only for just purposes. 400 years ago, we lost control of the wind. 200 years later, we lost water, and then earth and fire followed. The powers that bind this world are gone. I am Lucan. Now all legends and prophecies will be fulfilled. Our path has been decided. Okay, fair enough. Ruin, Coral, or Dragon are the best for Thief till Masume. Okay, Masume would be like the like a katana type sword, I guess. If it's based off of the famous samurai warrior Masume. Matsume? I'm so bad with names. That's ridiculous. Apede. We gotta love some of the names these guys give. 2 hits, 57 damage. 2 hits, 60 damage. 37. It's tough because I haven't fought one of these before, so. Okay, that's finally done. Flame and Ice are best for red till you get the defense sword from the waterfall. Okay. You're telling me things like I guess when I come across them, I'll recognize them for sure. But it's like you definitely know this game, that's for sure. Okay, so I head back to the boat, and then we'll continue exploring. I guess this is I definitely feel like I've made progress this game, so or this session. I know last session it felt like it was a lot of going around just, you know, not getting anything done. You know, but I do kind of feel like we've made a lot of progress today, which is good. And thank you for all your help. I really appreciate it. Excuse me. I definitely would have spent a lot more time swapping stuff back and forth there, trying to figure out what the best combo was, which cannot be very, very interesting to watch. You know, it's one of those things, right? Like it's how much in-depth or micromanagement do you want to get into when you're doing stuff like this? Come on. I do like that, like even this early on, the weapons that they were using show up in the game. You know, like, because a lot of games from back then were not that in depth, right? There was not a whole lot of difference between one or the other. It would be nice if it showed the armor as well, but you know, what are you gonna say, right? Like, you can't ask for everything. Oh, we're leveling up as well. Level 13, Baker's Dozen, my favorite number. That silver axe is going to be best till the sun sword too. Okay, that's good to know. I got a feeling things are going to start happening a little bit quicker than they were originally. Now that we're kind of like got a little bit more freedom of movement. Got to come to these complete stops. Oh no, I got to go back this way. Ooh, a bowl. Okay, let's go throw you there. Yeah, all these new mobs and that I don't know what to expect of them, right? Like it's ooh, 3 hits, 82 damage, grim. 4 damage. 144 damage. Sprl with the empty fist there. Was it the 5-finger death punch? Something like that. Critical hit. Very good. Enter a menu. Oh, it's enter a menu every 10. I see what you mean. Okay, that makes sense. Oh boy. Okay, I'm gonna keep that in mind if I'm trying to get somewhere fast. But I could see that getting really monotonous after a while as well. Almost more monotonous than these battles. But I don't know. I'm gonna keep that. Take that under under advisory. That's not the right way of saying it. But I'm gonna keep that one in mind. That it's definitely a possibility. Something I'm gonna have to try. Was it McGaisley? For some, your color on the screen is really dark. I would call you MG McGasley. Is that how it is? Silver Axe and Silver Sword alternate as BIS until Sun Sword, depending on accuracy breakpoints. Okay. You're talking about like one will work in certain situations, and then the other one will be better than other situations. Helps when coming back from the swamp to Elfland, since there is no healing. Oh, okay. I'll definitely keep that in mind. Yeah, because if I get to a point where I'm, struggling to make it back, then yeah, I guess definitely see what you mean. That is a good. I definitely could have used that in previous streams, simply because I spent a lot of time going back and forth and just having to fight my way there and fight my way back to that first big underground cave, where you find I think it was the crown that you find underneath there. Whatever that first big quest item is, going there and then back to town to heal up, and then all the way back again, and then back to town to heal up. Because I must have had to run that cave a couple of times, or dungeon, or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, no, there's definitely strategy to this that I never really thought about. Certainly not as a kid. I never would have thought about strategy like that as a kid. Killing the dark elf, maybe that's what it was. I stream this once a week, so there's literally like 7 days in between streams, and I want to say it was before Christmas is when I started this, because Christmas time there were a couple of streams that I didn't get because it was Christmas Eve and then New Year's Eve, so there was at least 2 weeks I did not stream at all. So we've been slowly picking away at it. This is probably about the 5th or 6th stream, I guess. It was right before Christmas when I was finishing the Zelda 2. And like I said, we rolled right into this. Like we only spent about half hour in it that first night. But we got another town. Oh, this is the elf place. I did not mean to go into the castle though. I wanted to go into the town. Okay, let's go. Oh, seriously, come on. Thank you. Oh, by the way, the monk is going to get up to like 32 hits a shot. So it could hit 9,999 damage by level 40 sometimes. Wow, that is quite insane. That is really, really cool. I actually can't wait to see that. That is going to be really, really nifty. I don't think there's anything here that I need to do. Oh, I definitely don't need to go back into this town. Let's head down. See what else we can find. Now you were saying southwest, so here's a swamp. Okay, so yeah, that's the cave that I had to trudge all the way back to that base for. I believe level 10 or so monk best setup is naked. Now, even with armor, was it better to leave them unarmored? Vanier got me to take off the nunchucks, which I had Sprl using, but I've still got armor on her, so I don't know if that makes a difference or not. No weapons, yes, you need the armor. Okay, he would do less damage per hit than the wooden nunchucks, but does more damage overall. Okay, because they get the multiple hits rather than the single hit from the nunchucks. Okay, kind of makes sense. I mean, I know I was surprised that there were weapons at all for the monk. In my head there was no weapons for the monk, period. But this is the learning stream. This is I think you guys are probably the most experienced Final Fantasy guys I've had watch me and comment on the stream. I've been streaming this Tuesday nights for, like I said, the last couple of weeks. But totally enjoying it. I do know I played it as a kid. I don't think I got very far. Oh, Grimm's leveling up as well. Baker's dozen. But yeah, as a kid, I don't think I got that far into it. So, not that I probably wouldn't remember 90% of this stuff anyways. Because it was literally on the Super Nintendo that I remember playing this. Well, that I would have played it. I wouldn't have played it on any other console at all. So, go SW. Go esto. Go southwest. Yes, that's right. Okay. You know what? Let's head back down. We'll go to the southwest, and we can come back and check out this coastline as well. Right now, like I said, I'm just kind of exploring. But I am kind of curious to see... Ooh, oh, he's just stunned. Okay. That is fine. These odd eyes are annoying, but they're not deadly or anything like that. Not at this level anyways. 33 experience. That was almost annoying. So southwest. I'm assuming you mean more southwest than that little peninsula there. LMAO. Just go west till you hit land, then go southwest. Okay, so I don't know if you mean that land there, that little tiny peninsula that was literally like 10 blocks away from me, or if there was if there's more land to the west and then southwest you need me to go. It would be nice if there was a map function, you know, that you could call up and check out the map and have at least a little bit better idea of where you've been and where everything else is at. But wish lists for future versions, right? Like there's been such an evolution in these games that it's really like. I remember the first night playing it being so excited that it was that music whenever you... This music here, right? Which is still in Final Fantasy 15. I don't know if it's been in every single Final Fantasy, but just that, you know, some stuff has stayed the same, some stuff is changing. It's certainly a better sounding... Just keep west, okay. It's certainly a better sounding, certainly better sounding version of it in Final Fantasy 15. But you know, I don't know. I'm just babbling at this point. I don't know what I'm talking about half the time. I just make noise and have fun playing games. So hopefully everybody's having a good night. I don't know where everybody is at, but we are super, super cold. We've been about minus 25 degrees Celsius. Whether you're doing, I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit for all the Americans out there. I know there's a couple, but wait, from there go north. All right, we'll go head up north. Okay, this is the cave. Because this cave here is the one with the guy blocking my way. I can't get past him. Northeast. Okay, all right. So, let's see here. So there's that peninsula I think I bumped into. All right. Oh, no. Fight. There we go. And then fight. There we go. Buffalo, New York, lol. Oh, you guys are probably pretty cold as well. I'm up in Alberta, Canada. I mean, we're cold, but you guys had some really, really cold weather a little while ago. We were almost in the pluses that week that you guys were having a lot of cold weather. But where we are, we get a lot of Chinook winds, so we'll go from like minus 20, and then in a couple hours it will be like plus 5. You know, Celsius again. But that's just a geographical, you know, phenomenon that we've got in our area. Like, it's rare that we go more than 2-3 weeks of cold before we get a week of warmish to warm weather. In Virginia, so Virginia is okay. This is an island. Is there? Oh no, it's not an island. That's Virginia is more south than my American geography is 20, probably almost 30 years old from when they were teaching it in you know, elementary and junior high. So it's been I'm not very good with American geography. North, okay, North Virginia, South Virginia. Oh, I guess even South Virginia is still north-ish. Like maybe central-ish. Close to New York, though, right? Like, it's on that east coast of the United States. It's not like, it's certainly not West Coast. I think I know the West Coast states more than the East Coast, mainly because they're more localized to where we are, right? Or where I am, anyways. But Virginia is south for me, directly south. Okay, all right. So like not a New England is north of New York. Halfway down the east coast of the U.S., south of me. From north to south, New York, Pennsylvania, Maryland, Virginia. Okay. New England is in that area, though. I don't even know where I'm going in this game anymore. Well, this is how a lot of these streams go. Like when I'm doing the Minecraft streams or any of the other games, I got to be very focused on the game. This game is so casual and laid back that I spend more time chatting about other stuff than focusing on the game. Like it's a very, very chill, very relaxed. Everybody has a good time. The chat is the most interesting part about what's going on. The game is like almost secondary on this one. You need to go back to that peninsula. There's a cave on it. It is the Earth Cave. Straight north to get to Melmond. Straight north from where I am now. I know there's a little bit of a delay on this. Okay, I'm going to head straight north. Okay, that's not the one you're talking. Okay, so this is the little island. So I've been up north here. So Melmond is the closest. Is the town closest to the cave? Okay, so this town up here. No, it's not there. This town right here. Once I fight these guys. Nope, nope. Sahag. Red Sahag. There, nope, there, yes. I know. Having the conversation with delay and chat versus voice can be really, really confusing sometimes. That's the one. That is Melmond, essentially your base of operations. Now, I've been there and I've walked over to the cave, but the guy won't let me through. Is that the cave you're talking about? Need that life spell. Lol. Okay, so I do got to go to the southwest. It's a level 5 spell. So, okay, so here's a question then. If you don't have... how did I not kill any? Oh, no, I killed one of those red sags. I'm not even paying attention to the battle. If you did 4 fighters, how would you get the life spell? Is it possible to get the life spell? Or is it become an impossibility? I don't know. Another cave to the south of that cave. No. You would be without... Nope. Okay, so you just wouldn't be able to do that... that part of the quest. Like, you can continue on. It's not a game changer. It's just simply you'd get stuck, and that would be... You just would have to move on then. Okay. So it's not a... It's not a main story quest. It's like a side quest almost. You wouldn't get the life spell if you had all fighters. No. Okay. Okay, so from here, you got to get into a fight. I just mean you need a life spell for that red mage. I definitely could use a life spell. Oh, a hyena. They are new. Let's go throw you on it. Sprl, you take the other hyena, and Creative Kitty can go on the ogre again. Ooh, not dead yet. Okay, they're pretty tough. Plus, the red mage has an upgrade for armor in Melmond. No, it's main story. You need to go to the Earth Cave and kill the mid-boss vampire who drops the ruby to feed the guy in that other cave. Okay, but I need the spell to get to the cave, or it'd be good to have the spell to get through the cave. Sprl actually took that hyena out on her own. That's pretty good. I should go back and save to that town anyways. But you said there was an upgrade for the armor. I might have already got it then, because I've been to that town and I thought I picked up everything for the everything that looked interesting or I could afford. Okay, 1 second. Let's go back really quick. Oh, okay. I can't walk through the boat apparently. We'll go save at the inn. Or 1 second. Let's go. Before we do that, so the armor, I've got the copper bracelet, gloves, and a cap. And here we go in here. So we go buy. Oh, no, so this is weapons. So that's not what I want. Okay, so what you this I can get the spell here is what you're saying. Okay, all right. So Creative Kitty can get the life for 8,000. Okay, I see what's going on. Oh, you can't really? Creative Kitty can't? Do I have too many spells then? Magic. Oh, okay. I guess level up a little bit more to get that spell then. Yeah, I ended up. I must have bought that Cure 3 because I got 0 levels to use it. But okay, 1 second here. You just need the spell to revive your dead guys while you're in the cave. Yeah. Yeah, so what I gotta do my best is not to die while I'm in that cave, I guess. So where is that's the weapon guy. I think he's on the other side here, right? There he is. Okay, so buy. Oh, okay, so that's silver bracelet. What have does anybody have one? Armor. I've got a copper bracelet. Alright, so we'll go back in. You should still be able to learn it, just not use it yet. Well, it says I wasn't able to learn it. I don't know why I was saying that. We'll go back down and try again. We'll go buy the silver bracelet. Yes, for Creative Kitty 09. Oh. Who's got space? Armor. Okay, so Creative Kitty, we're going to sell that copper bracelet and then buy... Oh, I've got... Sprl's got one. 1 second here. Let's go trade. And then equip. Okay, yeah, so there we go. There we go. I don't know why I equipped Sprl with that. We're going to go and just sell it anyways. So we'll sell Sprl copper. Yes. And then buy silver. Yes. For Sprl. Okay. Life is red wizard, white magic, and white wizard only. Not sure if red mage can learn it. I don't play much red mage. You know, that could be part of it. Maybe the red mage can't learn that spell. 1 second here. Armor. I'll go down and I'll give it one more shot. But it was definitely saying I couldn't do it. Actually, I should have enough gold, right? Oh yeah, I got more than enough gold. I don't know why I was worried about that. You're not sure, but you might have to wait until class changes. That could be it as well. It's something I might have to come back and do. So who learned the spell? Sprl. So life. Yeah, sorry you can't learn that. Someone else. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to not worry about it. I'm just gonna have to do my best not to die in that cave. Okay, so now you're talking about the cave on this island? Because it's got the guy that says he won't move. And I wasn't really able to do anything. Though I hadn't been to that other place yet, so I don't know, maybe something's unlocked now. Or do I need to go down to that other cave, that earth cave you were talking about? Or is this might be the earth cave? I don't know. They need some signs. They need some street signs telling me what everything is. Legend of Zelda was Zelda 2 was bad for that as well, where there was not a whole lot of info about where you actually were, what things were. They'd refer to a place, and it's like, okay, well, but where is that? Like, which town is it? And you'd have to go do, like, Google is a wonderful thing, but it's a little bit frustrating that there's not better street signs, and they need the bus system. They need to be able to hop on a bus, take the guided tour around the world, and you'll figure out where everything is. But just follow that east coast to that peninsula. Okay. Now, this thing down. Oh. Okay. Well, don't know if I went the right way or not. Just go and darkness. Come on. See, these 1 damage attacks, like, they're annoying, right? Especially when they get the jump on me, because I can't do anything for the longest time. But yet there's 0 chance of them actually, killing me in the battle. Like, it's almost more frustrating than anything. But I could be doing the menu trick all the time, but I don't think about it, and that's probably, I don't know. It's almost more I don't know. If there's ever a time when I need to get somewhere quick, I'll definitely have to employ it. But I think for now, 4 hits. That's not too bad. It's definitely getting up there. Yep. Now straight down between those mountains. Okay. All right. That's good to know. Go fight, fight, fight. Fight, fight, fight. I've said it before on previous streams that the one thing that they missed out on was the auto re-aggro, where if you whoever you tell them to attack, they will try to attack them, just like Creative Kitty. They're ineffective because the guy's obviously dead. But I know in future games they'll automatically they'll just pick somebody random and then attack that person. You're not wasting a turn, right? There's strategy to that, but it's annoying. Like it's especially if you're relying on somebody to kill somebody and they end up missing. Oh, there we go. Okay, that's the cave. How did I miss that cave before? I must not have noticed the down when I was on this island the first time. Because this is where I started. I started this stream in that town, and I went down to the cave that's kind of over here. I'm showing this on like my face cam, and I'm like way off to the side, and you can't see anything over there. These guys are annoying, but at least they're not poisoning me. I hate it when the guys poison me. All right, guys, y'all have fun. I'm gonna go finish my Final Fantasy 3 stream. Hey, thanks a lot, Vanier. I really do appreciate you coming out. You have yourself a good night. Thank you for the follow. I really do appreciate that. Make sure exclamation mark BOW on your way out, please. That's our little tradition for the chicken coop. The chicken. Welcome to the chicken coop. Welcome to the chicken. Not the chicken club, the chicken pack. That's what it was, because of the wolf thing. That was something that came up on a stream a couple of streams ago, and I've been trying to roll with it because it's actually not a bad idea. Like I said, I'm working on some channel art, gonna get that going up. I like that feature where they don't auto attack. Oh, okay. It makes it tougher, and you have to sort of learn enemy HPs and weaknesses to officially assign targets. Plus a bit of mental game to follow how much they have left. What exclamation mark? Just the shift number 1 exclamation mark and then BOW. It's a Nightbot command. I've got a whole bunch in there. If you hit ! Commands, I think it's with the S, it will bring you a link and you can go to it and it shows all the ones I've got there. There's a couple fun ones, a couple, no, there's nothing serious, but just a couple of different things I've kind of programmed in. ! Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. You have yourself a good stream. Final Fantasy 3, I'm definitely going to have to check that out again. Okay, before you go then, if you like that one, ! This is a tough one to spell. Don't ask me to spell it, but again, this one came out of a stream we had a couple back, but ! Dysentery TO, and then you can just leave it blank or you can put somebody else's name on it, but I just streamed for me. Oh, okay, well that's good though. I mean, I kind of only just kind of stream, for myself. It amazes me that people come out and chat, and I have so much fun. Like this game is fun, but I probably have more fun that because I'm doing it on a stream and talking with people and just having a good time. Right? It's a lot of fun. But a DYSENTARY 2 TO like give dysentery 2, so DYSTE dysen. If you do the ! COMMANDS, you can get the whole list of all the different things. A lot of them were things that I remember from back in the day. I used to do a lot of on the bulletin board service, BBSs, and there was little macros that we used to do back then. This is like 30 years ago, so they're all little things I remember doing, or similar things I remember doing. Though the dysentery one came out of a conversation we had about Teen Titans and the Oregon Trail episode, which is one of my favorites anyways. But 1 second here. Let's try this. Let's try. I watched that. Okay, 1 second. I've got to do it now. So commands. Okay, where is it? Oh my goodness. Okay. You're gonna laugh. It's not dysentery. Can I copy? Okay, don't shut that. There we go. It was Oregon. That's what I made it Oregon so it would be simpler, not harder. I don't know why I was thinking it was ! Dysentery. But yeah, my daughter is a big fan of that show, and we watch it all the time. And that's probably one, because I remember playing the Oregon Trail when I was a kid. Like that's, like again, 30 years ago. I was like I remember playing it in grade 5 and grade 6 in school, right? But try it again, Vanier. There is. Oh no, sorry, you did get it. Yeah. Me too. It was such a great game. It was really, really good. So that episode the episode the Teen Titans did on it was perfect. They could have done a better job on that. Oh, everybody's poisoned. I hate poison. If there's one status I hate, it's the poisoned one. In elementary school, yeah. No, there's a few other ones I've talked about doing, and I just haven't had a chance to do them. But that was one I went out the next day after we had the conversation in the stream, and I was like, I gotta do that in those commands. So I used to go hunt all the time, even though I didn't need more meat. So I don't know, MG, if you've seen the Teen Titans episode. But one of the best comments was, that's the only fun part of the game, that when you go hunting. And it's just totally true. Like, it's 100% accurate. Always died of disease. Never beat the. Oh, really? I know as for a fact I did beat it on occasion, but it was. I don't know if I ever beat it on hard or anything like that. I can't remember if there was even levels on it, but yeah, I don't know. It was a lot of fun. I have not seen it, but that is true. That, and at the very end when you cross the river, that's when he makes the joke. That's other than hunting. This is the only other fun part of the game, was when you do go down the raft on the river. But it was a conversation like this where we started talking about it, and I was like, okay, I've got to throw that in there, because that was the so and so gets dysentery and so and so dies is just one of the best memories from that game, anyways. Or fording the river. Yeah, the fording the river was the other fun part about it. I don't know, MG, if you get a chance to watch the Teen Titans, look up that episode. It is Teen Titans Go. I've never really seen many of the other Teen Titans show, although we did go and watch them. We actually rented the movie recently, but we did see it in the theater, the Teen Titans Go to the Movies. They did a really good job on that movie. Definitely a good movie. What am I doing? Let's use a little bit of magic. Creative Kitty 09, and we're gonna use that pure. Let's see. Grim is poisoned. But yeah. Oh my goodness, that was... I sometimes forget about the commands as well, because most of the people who come in the stream fairly often know about the bowing on the way out, and that's the one I always kind of push. But there are a couple of other ones that... McGaisley, thank you for the follow. I really appreciate that. This has been a good night for follows. I am slowly creeping towards that affiliate status. I'll get there when I get there. I'm not super concerned about it, but I do appreciate it. I appreciate the conversation. It's been a really good stream. It's 9:30. It doesn't even feel like 9:30 for me. I do gotta get off probably in about 10. I might even push it a little bit, closer to 10 o'clock here, but because I do have to work in the morning. But I do appreciate it. Thank you everybody for coming out. By the way, never buy the Lock 2 spell. What does the lock do? I did pick it up because I thought it would help me unlock chests, but it never worked, so I was like, oh, okay, well, this is kind of a useless one. It's bugged, makes your enemies impossible to hit. So what is it? Does it like decrease their defense or something like that, or what? Because I did buy the lock one. Lock 1 does nothing, it's bugged. Okay, because I kind of, in my head, was like, oh, wait, there must be a place where we, need a key or whatever. We can use the spell instead, and it just doesn't work. Supposed to stun, I think. Lock does nothing, it is bugged. Supposed to stun, I think. Yeah. That's unfortunate. And I was saying it earlier, like with the Zelda 2 game, that I had an actual physical defect in my original cartridge as a kid. Look at it, I'm just here sitting here chatting. I'm not even doing anything. And I physically couldn't get past a certain part in the game. And it was super frustrating. And as a kid, I was never able to finish the game. So it's only as an adult I've ever even physically had the chance to finish that game, which it's Mummy Monies. Yeah, here's another Teen Titans Go reference with the money mummies from the Pyramid Scheme episode. We watch, like, my daughter really likes the Teen Titans, and has for a couple of years now. She's 9, and we've probably been watching it for 3 or 4 years, and I swear I've seen every single episode that's on Netflix. It's such a great show. Those shadows you were fighting are bugged. They surprise attack you something like 90%, and the dark ailment they give you is also bugged. It does nothing. Yeah, I've never noticed any, like they're almost they're one of those annoying guys to fight, because there's zero chance of them killing me. At least at this level. I mean, maybe if I bumped into them when I was level 1, they would have taken me out, but the most they do is 1 damage, and you're right, the darkness doesn't seem to affect me at all, right? Stun affects me. Poison annoys me. It annoys me because I've got to do something after the battle to get rid of it, but it's not really, it doesn't really seem to hinder me. The stun is the worst one, and it's killed me before fighting guys that Mez just keep stunning my party and I can't do anything to attack them. But that was earlier on as well. I don't think I'd have the same problem right now. You only have 1 child. I'm watching my sleeping newborn in my lap. She's 5 weeks old, and my wife and I also have a 3-year-old boy. You know, that's good. I've only got the 1 daughter. But my sister recently had a son, and it's so cute when they're that small size. He's about 8 or 9 months now. He's only just starting to walk. I don't think he's walking yet. Mostly just, crawling along. Okay, crawling along the side of, stuff, counters and things like that. But unless he started walking in the last couple of weeks, because it's been 2 or 3 weeks since I've seen him. But that small little size is, it's a good time. As much as you got to hate the diapers and that's probably one of the nicer times, is just when they're that small, and but I mean, you know exactly what I'm talking about, right? It's nice when they get older, but those are the sort of magical times, right? But my daughter and I, we do a lot of YouTube together. We right now we're doing like this Minecraft hardcore challenge, which comes out twice a week on YouTube. We also put out the occasional video together when there's something she wants to do, or something that I want to do with her, whatever. We do like a playing around series. We've done a couple like Minecraft mod, like modded Minecraft, like just we always do it in creative. It's never a survival thing. But she also streams with me probably about once a week, if we've got time during on a Saturday or whatever, and we'll do Minecraft, or we did Garden Paws recently, which was really, really cute. She spent like the first hour just going around and looking at everything and just going, it's so cute, it's so cute. So to get life, you need the red wizard, not the red mage. So remember this place. Yeah, remember to go back to the that little town there. That's not a problem. I should remember that. But thank you, Vanier, for all the hints and that. I really do appreciate it. It's definitely let me know that I'm kind of, because a lot of these streams I've spent a lot of time just like I've got no idea where I'm going. So I'm just wandering around, and then I'll get lucky and something will happen. I was like, okay, this is what I was supposed to do next. But right now it's so opened up, because the last episode I got through that little peninsula thing there, the Panama Canal or whatever they call it. I don't know. I don't think there's a name in here, but that little area. And now the world's so big, I don't know, and the directions are so poor, I don't know where I'm supposed to be going, right? So like this cave, I'm not going to go down yet. I'm going to check out this full level first. Oh yeah, there's a Nightbot reminding everybody about the exclamation mark commands. Yeah, type exclamation mark commands for the full list. The green ogre, he definitely looks like the Hulk. Though I don't think the Hulk ever had a green club, so. The green and purple, yeah, that would be very classic Hulk colors as well. I wonder if they even knew that, because this came out in, was it 87, I think, is when it came out? I wonder if they, I mean, there's a good chance they, I guess, 87. I mean, the Hulk was still around at that point. It's not like it's that much, oh, I'm going to get a lot of poison in this one. This is unfortunate. Because then I got to use up all those pure spells. I did buy a lot of pures because I hate being poisoned, but don't go left unless you want to do some grinding. It's a small loop where every step you take is giants. Oh, okay. I should clarify left from the entrance. What does raiding a channel do? Basically, it takes everybody in your channel and it brings them into a new channel. Depending on how streams go, sometimes, by the end of my stream, I'm down to like 1 or 2 people. We're all like, it's late and we're all just ready to go, to bed or whatever, go out and do other things. So it doesn't make sense to raid. But if you got a bunch of people and you're still ready to kind of go, like right now, if we're like this with, everybody having a good conversation and everybody's kind of still in the mood to go, we'll probably raid, somebody, either. Usually if there's somebody out there that I know or I've like watched before, I might take preference to rating them and give them a little bit of a boost with like potentially new viewers and stuff like that. Or I might go and look for like somebody else doing Final Fantasy or something similar, like whatever I'm playing, I'll look and see somebody else doing the same thing. Now, this is a very family-friendly stream, so I do try to look for that. But at the same time, I've failed at doing raids as well, and I've gone into places where it's like, okay, well, oops, sorry, it's not the family-friendly stream. But most of the people are adults, so I don't think it's that big of a deal. Because I do so much YouTube, I do so much Twitch with my daughter, it's better for me to stay on the one side than to kind of go back and forth and, to maybe forget at one point and not remember at another or something like that, right? Hosting is kind of like you're basically, okay, this is my understanding, like, because I've only been streaming for a little bit, actually it's been a couple of months now, quite a few months. It's been at least 6 or 7 months, a lot more recently, like a lot more frequently recently than originally, but when you host somebody, it's kind of like anybody that watches you or looks at their who do I know that's streaming will see that you're hosting that person, and then they can watch that person through you. So again, it's kind of opening up, like, because you follow this person is watching somebody, is not necessarily watching them, but is hosting this other person. Your viewers have a chance to see this other person who you follow. Ideally, I mean, I'm sure there are people out there that just hosts everybody. You can only really host one person at a time, and I think it's up to 3 an hour. You can go to 3 different hosts. Again, I'm not too sure about all the mechanics, but I'm really losing track. This is something else that I hate, is that it takes my bottom person and puts them up top. It doesn't make sense that that's the way they want to do it. I love the fact that you use this to bond with your daughter. It's wonderful. You know what? The whole YouTube thing started because of my daughter. She was big into like Stampy and Dan TDM and stuff like that, and she wanted to make videos. And 20 years ago, like literally 20 years ago, I took graphic design. It was mostly focused on like web design at the time, but I never did anything with it. But we did graphic design, and we did like a module on editing, like video editing and that. So when she wanted to do it, I was like, okay, well, I've got an idea. So I went out and I found OBS, and I found I use Blender when I do video editing, which is like a 3D graphics suite. Like, it's an open source 3D graphics suite. It was the open source that I was kind of focused on, but it's got a really, really good video editing program built into it. So I used that, and because it was exactly what I kind of remembered about for video editing. And it took me time. Like it was a little bit to get back into it, but I went into it with like at least a little bit of formal training, and we were able to do it, right? And it was fun, and we did it on and off, and eventually it got to the point where I was like, it was not frequent enough for me. So we got to a point, I found a peer. I guess I kind of used one up, but so I just started kind of doing videos on my own, and and now we've got one regular series, which is the hardcore challenge. But I mean, it's stuff I'd rather be doing it with her than doing, like, Minecraft's a great game, and I can play it by myself, but it's so much more fun doing it with somebody else, right? It's the same thing with like this Twitch. Like I could, and I've said this before in this stream, and I've said it, multiple different streams, but I could play this game by myself and have fun, but it's that extra bit of fun having somebody here, to talk and to chat with. Like it's a different experience for sure. No Pro, thank you for the lurk refresh. I'm sure you're already back to your stream, but thank you for coming out. I can't believe I missed that. But yeah, no, it's, and to me, like both my wife and I are big gamers, and it makes sense that we would be involved in her gaming. Like my parents, they were from a generation that, there was no such thing as games, right? There's no such thing as video games. They were, the video games that were out there were like Atari. Like there was Atari, and I do remember we had, I think it was ColecoVision or something like that, but it was never something they got into, so they never really would play with us because it was never really interesting to them. So it's a different, it's just what we do together, right? If I was a mechanical, or not if I was a mechanical, if I was more mechanically oriented, there's a good chance, we would, Grim is really, really hurt. There's a good chance that we would spend, 1 second here. I don't have any of those. Let's just throw a regular cure on Grim. We would spend time building cars, or if I other than video gaming, my other big hobby is gardening. So now Creative Kitty's got a thing about bugs. She's not a big fan of bugs, but she will often come outside and she'll help me dig in the garden, and she loves harvesting stuff. She absolutely loves harvesting stuff. So I mean, because that's something I do, that's something that is in her life. And that's just, I think it's the same for all parents, right? It's your hobbies and your interests are how you're going to interact with your younger kids. As they get older, they're going to find their own interests and things like that. And maybe it's not going to be quite the same balance, right? But I don't know. I'm just pontificating right now. So, but yeah, no, it's definitely, it's different, right? And I enjoy it, and I have a lot more fun, I've always said I would rather do something like this with her than just by myself. Because it's more fun for me. And she brings a different style of gameplay. Like when we do the Minecraft, play Minecraft, she comes up with things that I never would think about, and different ideas and stuff like that. Like, 1 second here. I got to throw some heals on these guys, and it's getting really close to 10. So why don't, I'll give it about another 5 minutes, and then let's see who Grim really needs it. Then I'm going to go look for somebody to do a quick raid on. I won't stick around very long. Like I said, I got to work in the morning, but if everybody who's watching is interested, I can certainly set up a raid on somebody out there. Either, like I said, somebody else doing a Final Fantasy, or, maybe somebody else that I recognize. I don't know who's out there, but in about 3-4 minutes, I'll go take a little bit of a peek. If everybody's interested in doing a raid, if everybody's going to be going anyways, then I don't know, I might just call it, wrap it up or something like that. But yeah, I should get going anyways. I also need to work in the morning as well. Almost midnight here. Yeah, that's right, because you're out in New York, so you got 2 hours on me. So hopefully you're gonna have a good night's sleep. Hey, MG, MG seems like an awkward name. Gaisley, I don't know what the best way, but thank you for coming out. Thank you for remembering the bow. I bow to you in real life as well. Welcome to the chicken coop, the chicken pack, the chicken coop. I'm definitely gonna have to brand around that a little bit more, but thank you very much. Hopefully you have yourself a good night, and I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the help and advice on the game, and just all the chat as well. It was a lot of fun tonight. Let's go. Tell you what, let's go heal up these guys just a little bit more. And then I'm going to get back up to those stairs. Oh, I'm going to go down that one passage and maybe back up to the stairs. We'll see how we're doing for time. But if anybody else is actively watching and is interested in doing a raid, let me know. Otherwise, I think I'm just going to wrap it up here in 4 or 5 minutes here. So, but again, I appreciate everybody coming out tonight, whether you're just lurking or watching or commenting or chatting, all that. I really, really do appreciate it. It has been a lot of fun. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use some magic on this because these guys are going to be super annoying. They did a lot of damage on me last time. Vanier, I'm not a talker on my channel. You know what? Everybody's a little bit different, right? Like, I'll be honest with you. When I first started doing, YouTube and doing Twitch and that, I mean, it's a process. It's the more you do it, the more comfortable you get with it. And tonight, I think I'm okay with the talking, but there are some nights that are easier than others. And, having people come out into the chat, having people, throw questions or, ideas or things like that. Other than that, it's just me talking to myself. And I can do that, but I'm probably not as interesting as, having people interact with. And it's certainly more fun for me when, people are out there, conversing. And it makes me, at least it gives me the impression that people are enjoying it as well. So I don't expect it, but when it's there, it makes it a lot more fun for me for sure. And I hope for everybody else as well. I don't know how to get a chat overlay. Now, do you mean in the, on your display? Because I have seen some people that do have that sort of chat overlay, and I've been thinking about trying to throw that in mine. Now, do you have 2 monitors or just 1 monitor? I know a lot of people like that chat overlay because they're watching or playing off of their screen. I'm lucky. I've got 2 monitors. I've got an old TV that I'm repurposing as a second monitor, and it gives me the ability to kind of watch the game here and the chat over here. But I mean, everybody's situation is a little bit different. So 1 monitor, and that can be really, really tough. It's the people who stream on laptops that I've got the most, that impress me the most, because now there are some people who have really, really good laptops. I guess there's that part of it as well. But the little bit of experience I've had of just even recording on a laptop is super, super annoying. I don't know how people do it, but there are people out there that do. I know there's a couple of really, really good streamers that are just using a laptop right now, and I mean, it impresses me. I couldn't do it. At one point, I just did have the single monitor, but we had this old TV in our bedroom that we never watched. So it was well, why do I have this TV here? I might as well be using it for something, but so I was just I made sure I had the right cord. I hooked it up and everything worked good. So I was like, okay. The resolution on it isn't good, and the color on it isn't good because it's a TV. It's not an actual monitor. But for, secondary stuff, it works really well. So I'm not, I'm not complaining about it. At some point, I'm going to have to get a proper monitor, but I'm not. It works good enough that I don't need I don't need to actually go out and get a new monitor. It was I had it, so I might as well use it. So, But yeah, there are definitely some, I don't know if they're called, would be apps for Twitch or whatever, but I've seen other people do it and I've contemplated it, except the only thing is it takes up so much more of the screen. The only way I would think of doing is doing an overlay with a smaller screen and then have a... there's nothing really in these chests, is there? Oh, and I'm going to fight this guy again. I forgot about him. But then, you know, you shrink the screen, then you kind of shrink the action. But then, not like I've got this little face cam up here covering up some of the action. And Minecraft's particularly bad for it because I do a lot of modded Minecraft, and sometimes there's a lot of good information in these corners, and I'm moving my camera around trying to make sure other people can kind of see what's going on. But and I'm sure there's other games out there that it's even worse for it. But I don't know. Everything's like a stepping stone, right? You start with what you got and you kind of just build off of it. And but yeah, so it's 9:58 here. I didn't seem to be a whole lot of interest in doing a raid tonight, so we'll go right here. Remember I've got those guys. I think I'm going to call it for a night here, guys. I really, really do appreciate it, though. Thank you, everybody, for coming out. Thank you for all the follows. There's been 3 new follows tonight. That's I want to say that might even be a record since probably my first or second stream in a night. So I'm really, really appreciative of that. 11:58 here. Yeah, you're in the same time zone that McGaisley was. So yeah, I've got a couple hours on you, but even I know that if I got to be up for like 5:30 or something like that. So yeah, but I appreciate it, everybody. Thank you all for coming out. Hopefully everybody has a good night. I do stream. I do my classic retro stream Tuesday nights, and then Friday night. Lately, it's been a Minecraft server, the World of Solitude, Aquatic, WOSA for short. I've been streaming on that. I've been working on a Minecraft build, though I may, throw in a different game. That's sort of like my random game night. And then Saturdays has been modded Minecraft, which right now is Stone Block 2, which I'm having absolute fun blast with. And then Sunday during the day, Saturday during the day, occasionally we'll do a stream with Creative Kitty. We may do something a little bit more frequent, like a little bit more scheduled coming up, but for now it kind of depends on how our afternoons are looking. So thank you, everyone. Thank you so much. I hope to see you guys out again, and yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time. All right, goodbye, guys.